Hey everybody, I'm Amy from BodyFit by Amy, and this is your athletic mobility workout. This workout is sponsored by our friends at Simply Sports CBD, reminding you to live like a champion and that we are all athletes. So this is an all body weight active recovery workout that anyone can do. We'll be getting mobility, flexibility, gentle cardio, and strength, but we'll be moving in many of the ways that athletes do. Don't worry, I'm gonna give you lots of different options to work to your level. We'll be building these moves where you can pick the level that is right for where you are today. Are you ready? Let's do it. Let's start in the center of our mat. Let's roll those shoulders. We'll take just a second to check in with our posture. We're gonna get moving, but I know after a long day, or maybe you're just starting your day, we often don't have the best posture. Things like work and life bring us forward or back. So let's go ahead and stack our ears over our shoulders, shoulders over the rib cage over those hip bones. Really think about that right here, because we tend to either sometimes get that rib flare, or we're forward a little bit, or our pelvis is forward or back. So really stacking the ribs right over that pelvis over the knees and the ankles. And just take a couple minutes to roll those shoulders back to release any tension. We want to have that good posture, that good stability, but not be holding a lot of tension in our body. So release that, feel where you may be feeling it. Maybe you're clenching your glutes, maybe you're sucking in, maybe you're rounded forward. Just get present in your body. One hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. Check in with that breath. Remember, we want to have that diaphragmatic breathing. Inhale to expand, relax, pelvic floor drops. Exhale. Everything comes in and up. So just a few of those, and then we will start with a little march just to get our blood flowing, our muscles warm and ready to move. So we'll just start here. Pump those arms. We don't need much of a warm up because this is gonna feel like one big extended warm up. The idea with athletic mobility is looking into moves in ways that athletes get their mobility. I've been saying this throughout our Athlete Month challenge, is that athletes often recover, professional athletes often do recovery better than the rest of us everyday athletes, because we are all athletes. And that is because they know how important it is. They really prioritize that recovery, and we should as well. So with that, we're gonna increase our mobility in some different ways today. If you wanna plant your feet, we'll take one arm to the back just like this. I don't want you to do anything that is out of your comfort zone in a way that you don't feel secure or stable, or that you feel like it's just not right for you. I'm gonna remind you to be where you are today. This is your workout, but I do want you to challenge yourself in your mobility. Sometimes we get a little bit stuck. Let's roll those hips in. Some moves, oh, this is as far as I can go. This is usually how I do it. And we're gonna try some new things. Remember that our bodies feel good when we move them, right? Let's do a little step touch right here. Arms forward and back. So again, starting with this gentle cardio mobility. You can bring those arms up. Let's cross them here, just to get a little bit of blood flowing through our muscles. Get our body's core temperature up. Let's go high with it here. Just moving side to side. And let's take it tap behind. Big reach, up, tap behind. And then the way it's gonna work is we're going to start up top. We'll work our way down to finishing on the mat. But we're gonna take some things that are maybe some mobility moves that you know, and switching them up a little bit. So we'll always start at the base level. You can keep it there, or you can add on as we go right through here. How about some little hamstring curls? Maybe let's bend those elbows right here. Starting to feel that heart rate get up a little, right? Can you go over your head? These are often moves that I like to put in between our strength moves, where we wanna shake everything out. Right here. And then let's bring those knees up. So start nice and simple. If that's not right for you, you can do a little tap. Remembering our good posture right through here. And then let's cross elbow to knee. You don't actually have to touch, but just getting a little bit of that rotational movement, right? Right here. And speaking of rotational movement, let's turn our knees and our hips this way, and then we'll reach across to get that nice, good stretch. Knees and hips, toes, everything. Let's take it over your head. Let's work our way into this first move. It's just a flow today, team, so you do not have to worry about a clock. We'll take breaks, but of course, if you need more of a break, take it on your own. Be where you are today and make this workout work for you. All right, back to center. We're gonna go to that little side lunge, which we love because we open up our hips. We do a little reach. We're gonna start with just that. Just want you to shift your weight, get the stretch through here, challenge your hips to the back, challenge that squat motion, and here. So starting with just that. Then we're gonna take it here. Big reach, if you want. Big opening up, front to back, crossing over. Can we add a little rotation with this? So we're here. We're gonna rotate, reach, center, and up. Here, rotate, reach, and up. If you want, you can go down and up with those hands. You don't have to actually get to the ground, but just reach for it, sit deep, reach down, reach up, open up through the chest, right here. Now, something that a lot of athletes do is this low version of our side lunge, or often called Cossack or Cossack squat. We're gonna take it down here. So if you can you get down here? Can you keep that foot flat? Even if you come up a little, can you get down a little? If that's not right for you, you keep doing what you're doing. Then take it to the other side. You can step in or you can stay low. So here, even that is hard for me to keep my heel down. A lot of what we're gonna work today, you can kind of let your hands come through the center, is also gonna work on increasing that ankle mobility through our feet, through our shins, through our calves, things that we don't normally do, right? And right through here. And then just bring it to the center, let your upper body hang. You can be here or you can be on the ground, soft bend in the knees, relax in the shoulders, right through here. And then slowly roll it up, take your time. A little different, right? So now we're gonna take it into that low squat, so that deep squat. So toes out, and I really want you to think sitting low, little shift of your weight, and then drive it up. I don't want you to think of this as a strength move, so those legs are burning. You can take it even slower than I am. We're gonna add some upper body and a few things as we get down there. So get low, shift your weight. If you wanna put your hands on the ground, you can. And then drive it up. Yeah, you're gonna get a little leg burn, especially maybe if you did some strength yesterday, but just do the best you can. You can also, if it's helpful for you, take those knees out and sit on the edge of a chair. Maybe that helps you get a little lower. And reach. And then we're gonna add a little opening with our arms. So we're here. Again, you can be just here, reach up, and here. You can just rest this arm on the inside. Or if you can, get down there, all the way down, one hand on the ground, one hand here. It does not have to look pretty. We just want you to be doing it safely and effectively. This is where we really realize those tightnesses, right? Where things maybe feel a little tighter on one side. And last one. And up. All right, shake that out. Let's get a few little hamstring curls. We're gonna stay with this move, but we're gonna add a little knee rotation at the bottom. And I want you to watch me You don't have to try this if this is not right for you. You can just get the squat and the reach. But if you can, we're gonna get low. You're gonna turn that knee in, turn it out, and up. So from the bottom, turning the knee and the hip in, and then out. If that doesn't feel right for you, do the squat, and then when you get to the top, do that internal rotation of the knee and the hip. That's a great modification where you still get the movement, just in an easier format. Here we go. Take it down if you can. Turn that knee in, so you're moving to the side, and drive it up. We won't do too many, I promise. Here, here, and up. Yes, team. And up. Let's get one more each side, then we will give those quads a little rest, right? Remember, you can do this at the top too. And up, woo! Shake those out, hamstring curls right here, with or without those arms. I got my heart rate up, I don't know about you. All right, team, so now let's take it to a little windmill to open up the sides, get a little hinge. We're gonna take it right here. So watch me, one arm up, one arm down. We're gonna go down the front, just like you would do if you had a kettlebell, and up to here. Same thing, other side. So we're gonna rotate right and left, right? Take it out, woo! Remember, we get a little hinge, we get a little rotation, and what I want you to think about is, can you get a little lower? I know a lot of times when we are holding a heavy kettlebell or a dumbbell, whether or not it's in the high or the low position, we sometimes can only go so far. So use this body weight version to get a little lower, right? At your own pace. If you're not getting that low, that's okay. Just really breathe into the stretch. Down the leg, open this arm up to the top. Just wanna keep this open so we open our chest and shoulders, right? One more each way. Woo! There's my balance. And back to here, other side. And bring it up. Shake that out, tap, and reach across. All right, team, so little taps. Let's grab some water. Maybe you're feeling it like me, of just a little bit of heart rate. Maybe it's warm where it is for you like it is for me. We still got some hot weather here. All right, so we're gonna take it to a low lunge. So I'm gonna start on this side. We're gonna alternate that lunge. So you can, just like we do in a warm-up, if you've done any of my warm-ups before, you can just step it back, drive those arms up, if that's not right for you. If you can, get down to the ground. When we add on, we're gonna drop it a little lower, so if you wanna add a pillow or a rolled up blanket or something underneath your knee, or you can keep it high and use the wall for balance. But let's start right here, here we go. You can either just do a tap back and open up the hips, or right through here. And at your own pace, you don't have to go the same pace as me. Maybe you're taking it slower so you can actually get lower. And again, this is where I remind you, these are the times, I know often we get in those workouts and we've got heavy weights, or we're racking a kettlebell, or holding heavy dumbbells. This is the time to challenge your range of motion, to really take your time, get a little lower in that lunge, even if it takes you a little longer to do it, see how that feels. This is a great way to be able to get lower when you do those weighted moves, but practicing getting the mobility from here so you're ready when we add that load. Let's hold one of these down. So if this is good for you, again, maybe it's not, and you wanna have a little balance here, and you can do the same moves, opening up the hips and the hip flexor. If you're able to get low with me, here's what we got, team. We're gonna go forward, we're gonna reach hands here, we're gonna go back, reach hands up. Forward, and up. If that feels like too much bounce, keep that flat foot here, and just reach it up. But if you can, we're going hip flexor into hamstrings. You can also, if you'd rather get the hamstring stretch, do what we often do and have the hands down low. And again, you do not have to go the same pace as me. And here. Woo! And we're here. I want you to hold it here and try to walk that front foot away just a bit. If you want to lift that leg up to give your knee a break, being here in that runner's lunge, but here's what we're looking at. Instead of being here, we're gonna walk that foot out. You can even use this hand to drop it in just a bit. And then from here, let's reach up to that world's greatest stretch. And if you wanna come all the way up, you know this one, we love it. We're gonna reach under. We're gonna reach up. Now I'm dropping my knee down and up because I like to get that little stretch here and then also in my calf, but you can also just keep your knee down and get the reach. You do you. One more. And up. And breathe. So from here, team, we're gonna do this lunge. Watch me if you can. We're gonna pop it up into a side lunge. You're gonna turn it down, drop it low, pop it up, side lunge. If that's not right for you, you hang out in either of those stretches. Here to here. One more. I know, feels like a strength workout. And here, and shake them out. Woo! Whatever you need after that. Maybe it's that little toy soldier kick. So whatever leg you didn't have forward, I had my left leg forward there. I'm gonna take my left leg back. So I'm gonna turn to this side, but you can just switch your legs, other leg forward, and we're gonna drop it down. So into this hip flexor stretch. Remember, we did all those alternating. Tilt the hip forward. You don't necessarily have to lean forward, but tilt those hips, wrap that core, and then we're taking it here. Remember, you're gonna go down and reach up. Down and reach. If that's not right for you, if it's too much balance, remember, you can just either keep the hands down to get that hamstring stretch, or just keep that front foot down. Here, here. I know it feels like it should be the other way around, but we're intentionally doing it the opposite way, right? So we get more of that stretch. And here. Yes, team. So if your knee needs a break, bring it up. And then from here, remember, we're gonna walk that front foot out. Take this hand here so we get that little stretch, if you can. Reaching up to the top. World's greatest stretch. Take it in. Reach it up. Take it in. Reach it up. Yes, you can. Up. Yes. One more. All right, team, you know the drill. We're gonna take it here. Watch me. You can pick whatever version of this you want. Woo! Low lunge. Side lunge. Turn into it. Low lunge. Side lunge. You don't have to go as quickly as I'm doing it. You can pick your feet up off the mat. Maybe that's better for you than trying to twist. And let's get one more. And here. And walk those feet in. Whoo! Right through here. All right, team, let's take it to the end of our mat. Whew! Wow, we catch that breath. I know. Again, it's not a high heart rate workout per se, but we're feeling it. And we're gonna take it to that hinge. So hands behind your head, we're gonna start here. So drive the hips to the back, soft bend in the knees. Hands are gonna help you keep that nice flat back. And then bring it up. Hips go back. It's not a fold forward. It's driving the hips to the back. So you keep going. If you were standing a foot away from the wall, when you hinge, your butt's gonna hit the wall, right? You're not just gonna fold forward. That's a good test. Are your hips going to the back? Stand away from the wall and then feel that. So let's add to that a little hinge. Bring it up, pull down. Bring it up, hands behind, hinge, and pull down. 2 more right here. And here. And 1 more. All right, you can keep just that, or we're gonna inchworm it out. So you're still keeping that nice good hinge, but then hands go to the mat. If you can, you're gonna walk out to that high plank. You can also walk out to those knees if that's better for you. And then walk yourself back. Trying to have that nice good hinge position as you go down and up. If that's not right for you, again, you can just walk out a little ways. You can walk out to the knees here, or you can just do the hinge right here. And bring it up. Down to here. And taking it back. And this last one, we're gonna take it and hold it out. So if you can, meet me on the mat. Even if you're not going all the way down, you can either meet me in this high plank or meet me on your knees, whatever's good for you. And we're gonna do a rotation. So rotate to the side. You can drop that knee if you need. Then back to center. Yes, I know this is a core exercise. This is an oblique exercise, but also really good for mobility and movement through that core. If you want it to feel less like a core exercise, just stay on the knees and get that rotation. If you want a little more, stay up on the toes. 1 more each side. Either way, we're gonna stay lifted. And last one. And stretch it back. Whoo, right through here. Hang out in that child's pose for just a minute, and you can even rest your head down. If you want to be here, find a child's pose that is good for you. Give your wrist a break. And from here, we're gonna bring it up onto all fours. And we're just gonna do that child's pose reach under, which you know I love if you've done my workouts before, where you can get the shoulder. And we're gonna bring it up. So let's just alternate. Reach under for the shoulder. And bring it up. You're just holding a couple counts. Can you take your knees a little wider? And 1 more on this other side. And here. Now, you can keep doing that, or if you can, I'm gonna take my right leg out into that hip stretch here. I'm gonna take it back, I'm gonna reach under, get a nice good stretch here. We're gonna stay all on this side, really lean into the shoulder again, and then come forward and forward just a bit to get that hip stretch. Stay on one side. If you wanna keep the knees down and just stay in the child's pose, that works too. I want you to come forward just a bit. And here. And let's switch our sides. So you can have that other leg out. So looking like this, right? And then we're gonna reach under, hips back. Whoo, this one's a little harder for me. That's okay. And then bring it forward. And remember, you're coming more forward than just level with your quadruped position, right? Not just here. Really lean forward into it. 2 more. And last one. And let's relax it down. Come into that butterfly position. Woo! Feeling those after that, right? So whatever feels good for you. Maybe you want your feet a little further out. Maybe you want them here. Maybe you can bring those heels and feet together and be here. If you can and you want to bring it in, we're just going to do a little side to side. Nothing too aggressive, right? Just gentle push. And then I just want you to keep that gentle push. And on the exhale, we're keeping a flat back and we're leaning forward. Inhale, exhale. One more. And breathe into that. So now you can fold a little bit more into that. Let your head drop. Let's take those knees in that 90-90 position. So what's great about this, we get that hip opener and then we get that hip here, right? So we're getting the stretch both ways, internal and external rotation. If this doesn't feel right for you, you can sit on the edge of a chair. That's a great way to still get the motion, but not have to be as low with it. But we're here, and then your goal is to switch, 90-90 switch. So 90 degrees, and then switch. And you don't have to do it just like this. What you can do, you can keep those hands behind and just walk your hands, give you a little stability. You'll still get the stretch. Turning your torso and your chest as much as feels good for you. You can also just do one at a time, right? You don't have to make it fluid. Love this 90-90, right? Now, if you wanna add on, you're gonna take it to the side. And then from here, use your core. And here, ooh, nice good stretch, right? Whew, felt that one. Take it here, get set, and lift, right? So bringing the hips forward, taking it down. Really take your time, don't force your way into it. This one feels a lot tighter for me right there. So if that's not right for you, don't worry about it. And one more each side. And last one. And right here. So if you want, you can turn into that pigeon stretch. So we're right here. If you want to just keep holding your 90-90. Just such a great way to get that nice good stretch. Can even bring this up a little bit more. And then let's switch it to that other side. You can just do that 90-90 switch again. And if it feels good to you, taking it here, woo, right? So one more little challenge from this 90-90. Watch me here and try it. Can you lift your foot? And lift your foot, right? Lift your foot. Whoo, it's hard to do, right? This one you can stay on the knee. Take it other side. Let's see if it's easier on this way. Little lift, little lift, little lift. Like I said, a lot of ankle and hip and knee mobility here as well. Good, good. All right, come back into your all fours position. From here, let's just get a little cat-cow roll through the back. If you want an extra stretch for your wrists, you can even turn those wrists, turn the fingertips towards you. You may want to just hold that or get a little stretch and then return to your cat-cow. What I want you to think about on this cat-cow is that lower lumbar spine. For many of us, myself included, we have the flexibility in our upper back, our mid-back, But then when we get to here, we get a little locked up. And that's me. So we're coming here. Through the hips as well. And last one. And let's slowly come all the way down. If this is available to you, otherwise stay on all fours. I'm just gonna rest your head to begin with, and we're just gonna bring the feet in one at a time. Feet can be pointed or flexed, doesn't matter. And if you want, we're gonna lift one leg up, and then I want you to reach over your back. If that's not right for you, I just want you to lift it up. But if you can, and hands can be wherever they are most comfortable. If you want to give yourself a little support, you can, but try not to push with your hands. Try to have your leg and your back doing the work. If you can have those hands out, this is a great exercise. Again, you can see where you have that tightness, right? One more each side. And relax, you can rest that head down. And then very carefully make your way up into that little modified cobra, that little baby cobra. And I just want us to hang out here and breathe into this, all right? If this is not right for you, take it to a child's pose, just where we were before. But if you can, we're gonna hang out. We're gonna bring those hands down, and you can either come up to the elbows, or if it's good for you, come up to that up dog or that cobra. Relax your shoulders. Look side to side. Slowly down. So we're just staying up dog or cobra. We're not going full into that down dog. Look side to side. And let's get one more. Hold it up. Side to side. And from here, you have two options. You can either just take it back to that child's pose, or, of course, now let's curl those feet. Let's press up into that down dog. We're gonna hang out here for a second, so do what you need to do if you wanna be on your knees and just take a few breaks into and out of that down dog. If you want to hold it the whole time, I want you to think about lifting the hips towards the ceiling, trying to get those heels down, and then let's add a little pedal. Listen, this one's a hard one for me too. I never have perfect form, and that's okay. I'm just improving that stretch. Hanging out here for just a few more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Let's slowly bring it down. Child's pose one last time. And then we're gonna very gently roll onto our back. We're gonna finish down on our back. We are almost there. A couple quick stretches. Slowly come down, and let's just start with one big stretch. Arms long, legs long, right through here. Reaching as long, making your body as long as it can be. And then very gently, let's pull one knee in at a time. And remember, you can hold on the top or underneath. And then we're gonna do some arm circles or big snow angels with our arms as we do that. Right through here. Letting your head and neck relax into the ground. One more each side. And if you're able, bring both knees in. If you can't, that's okay, just hold one. You can just do a gentle roll side to side. You can grab on top of the calf or underneath the feet if you want that little happy baby. Really trying to relax your pelvic floor, unclench the glutes. And then gently, let's drop our knees to one side if you can. Starting just with that upper body open book, I'm gonna cross my hand over. I'm gonna drag my hand across and open. We're gonna just do that 3 times through the shoulder, following your hand with your eyes. One more. Let's let those knees drop to the other side. Same thing, other side, just your arms reach. And here, and really making sure that you're reaching across and then going across your body. You can, of course, take it up, but if you have any shoulder tightness or tension, you may just want to go across. Let's get one more. And let's keep those arms out, and now just open book with the knees and the hips. One and then the other. If that bothers your back, just find a good stretching point or keep it center. And then let's take your feet flat, take your hands flat, find a nice comfortable position. And I want you just to sink into the mat, one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly, or both hands on your belly, whatever feels more comfortable. And just do a little check-in from the top of your head all the way down to your feet. Hopefully you feel that you've released some tension. Hopefully you surprised yourself with this workout today and were able to get some more mobility, more than we normally do. And hopefully you can come back to this workout. You know, some things were similar, some things were a little different, but I hope you know how strong you are and how important this type of mobility is. I obviously have a lot of other shorter mobility workouts. Please check them out on the YouTube channel and in the app. And of course, don't forget to subscribe. Leave me a comment, let me know how you're feeling. You can stay on the mat as long as you want, but we're gonna do one big deep breath in with or without your arms. Inhale. And exhale. You did it. That was your athletic mobility workout. Great job, everybody.